Hi, I'm Curtis Knight, and when it comes time for your last dance, your final dance of the evening, your final dance of the celebration, on your wedding day, there are some things that I do that I've kind of developed over the years that really work well for me. People seem to really like it. I'll run it by you. You can make your own decision and see if you want to use any part of this on your wedding day. When it's time for your final dance, first of all, I never make an announcement until I come to you and I say, are you comfortably ready for your final dance? It is 11:15 and we're done at 11 o'clock. Sometimes they'll say, we want to do overtime. So then we can do a fake last dance, release all the older people, and then keep going and party like rock stars. But assuming that I come to you and you say, yes, we're ready for our last dance. I say, all right, it's going to be right at the end of this song right here. Cool with you? And then you both say yes. So now you're in a good place because you know. Sometimes a DJ will make an announcement and a bride and groom aren't ready for it and they can't understand. I think I want to do overtime. Why didn't he come ask me? So then you get a train wreck and the bride and groom come over and say, no, we're not doing our last dance. Keep going. So we always check everything with you first, just to be sure. So now the end of the song comes and I say, right now it's time for Mr. and Mrs. Smith to have their final dance of this evening, and for that we need every one of you to the edge of our dance floor. Everyone please, out of your seats and up to the edges of the dance floor. Every single person in this room. And if you see anybody who stays in their seats, can you grab them by their ear and drag them to the dance floor right now? We need every single person in this room to create a human chain, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, around the edge of our dance floor. Two wonderful families combining to form one for the final time during this celebration. Now, all the friends and family have made the circle. They're all up and around the edge of the dance floor. And now it's time for me to make final announcements on behalf of the bride and groom. I do this automatically. Now everybody's up around the edge. Bride and groom are in the center of the dance floor. And I play a special song and I announce over this song, Mr. and Mrs. Smith have asked me to say to you for the final time today, if you are in this room now, if you were here today, if you received an invitation to today's celebration, it's because we love you, we wanted you to be here, and thank you so very much for being part of this very important day in our lives. Now, they are about to have their final dance. However, they want me to say to you, at the end of this dance, if you're very tired because this has been a very exciting day and a wonderful wedding and you're just exhausted and you have to go, or if you have a long drive, a busy day tomorrow, whatever the reason, if you have to get going, we do understand, we do love you, safe drive, God bless, we'll see you soon. For the rest of you, at the end of this dance, Club Smith is open for business and we will party like rock stars. There is one last thing we need to do before they have their final dance. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, John and Mary would like to connect with you one final time in a very physical way. Right now, can I ask that every one of you put your hands up in front of your face and aim your palms out? Hands up in front of your face, aim your palms out. Because Mr. and Mrs. Smith are coming around for one more high five, and here we go. And we stoke the music. Everybody sings at the top of their lungs. Everybody has their hands ready. And the bride and groom come around and they high five and touch each and every person that is still in the room. It's a very beautiful, very touching way to really connect with everybody. You don't miss a soul. And then when I see that you've gone all the way around and you're back to where you started from, then I transition the music. Your final dance begins to play. And I say, and now, here they are for their final dance of this evening, Mary Smith and her husband John, for their final dance of this celebration. And then they do their dance. And with about 40 seconds left to go, I pull down the volume of the music just a little bit and I say, could everybody please take one step toward Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the new? Could everybody take one more step toward John and Mary? Please take another step toward the bride and groom, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. And now everybody is on top of the bride and groom in a big scrum in the center of the dance floor. And then I say, hands up in the air, everybody, hands up. And they all throw their hands up. And then they scream like maniacs, And that's where you want to be, in the middle of all that love, all that support, that big group hug. Then we play a few more songs and you do all your handshakes and your hugs. The parents are in and all the people who are close to you giving you your hugs and your kisses. Everybody's sweating like crazy, and it's just a beautiful moment. That's what I like to see. If that's not what you want, we understand completely, but that's something that I see work over and over and over again. So the takeaway from this video is, if you orchestrate the end of the night and actually make it something that resonates with your friends and family, and do something with a real purpose that involves everyone, people will remember your wedding and talk about your wedding for years to come.